I've got my hand in a really weird position here. It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay, this is a surprise. Robotron 2084 on the Acorn Electron. I had no idea this existed. Keyboard, level 1. I don't know how do we start? God, this is going to be really difficult because I don't know. Oh God, that's how to die. I can go that. I can walk in one direction. I can't. Can I walk in any other direction, please? This could take a while. Okay. Right, we have instructions to press function 1 for option. Yeah, please, press controls. Okay, I can go 2 directions now. Right, I can fly in 1 direction, and I can die in many different directions. These are not all. Oh God, I can go down, Yay. Oh, that pushes all the way down. Yeah, these controls. Oh, God. Okay, we're getting there. This is not very easy to play. Not at all. That sounds very expensive. That's not down, where's that all? That's all for us. Oh God. Let's get another fire. Oh, sure. Oh, okay, find direction walking with that. That's okay, we can deal with that. Maybe we don't have a chance. Maybe. We might get off the first level anyway. Well, probably not. Oh, no, we won't. Because I'm having to look at the keyboard to, oh Jesus, to work out where my fingers are, and that is no way to. I can't find the bloody down button without looking. Wow, I completed a level. Holy cow. Really, I need alien hands, because this will this work? This might work. Oh God. Right, I've got my hand in a really weird position here. It's totally unnatural. This is going to be one of those games where you've got to really train your. Oh shit! Took my hand away from the keyboard and it stopped being doable. The adrenaline's going now. It's like, oh, I've lost the key for the fire. Is it that? Is it return? It is return. Okay. Oh, sugar. I mean, Robotron is hard as nails, whatever system it's on. But this is a whole order of magnitude more difficult. And there goes me modulator. Oh, just because it's keyboard control. I mean, trying to do twin sticks on a keyboard is unthinkably difficult. It's just, it's, and I'm not doing it as a twin stick game anyway. Oh, cool. I'm just firing in direction of travel, which is a lot less useful for a game like this, but I just can't control it. Come on, stop doing that. And there we go, we've lost there. Aha! Modulator's a bit iffy. Okay, I'm going to call it a day with that because that's absolutely brutal and my hand's going to fall off. My fingers are tied in. Please type your initials. Oh, yes. Those aren't my initials. Where did... Yeah, okay, 7th. Okay. Robotron 2084, Acorn Electron, brutal. If I'd had it back in the day, I would have played it. I would have mastered it. Well, no, I would have found a way to get to grips with the controls. I wish it had stopped doing that. Could be the cable actually. The cable's iffy, but it's more likely the. Let's see if its TV is detuned a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Forgotten what I was saying. Robotron, Acorn Electron. Fiendishly difficult. It'll cripple your hands. Your fingers will fall off. Give it a go. Don't blame me if you're crippled. Thank you for watching. Right then, today's question for Q&A is from Down the Rabbit Hole. Link to his channel down there. He asks, for Q&A, you win an unusual contest where a crew comes to your home and converts the loft, allowing you to play any VR headset you would like, with plenty of room to move around, and they even supply you with a computer or PlayStation capable of running said VR headset. They will give you one complete VR system for free. Which one do you choose, and what 3 games would you like for it? Okay, haven't got a loft in this house, but okay, I'm living in a hypothetical house with a hypothetical loft and lots of space in said loft that obviously has just been converted. Need more light. It's dark in this loft. That didn't really help. Okay. I'll be honest, while I'm enthusiastic about VR in principle, I'm not that up to date with current VR technology and what headset is the best. I mean, I would have said HTC Vive if I was going to go for the most capable PC-based system, but I think possibly the latest Oculus Rift may have caught up with that. They've got some clever tracking technology is in that. I know there's some clever tracking technology in the latest standalone Oculus thing. One that doesn't hook up to a PC but has its own processing capabilities built in. That's got some clever camera based tracking. PlayStation VR. Well, there's the thing, isn't it? I like PlayStation games. I like them more than I like PC games. But the PlayStation headset it's got fewer gyros and less tracking, and it doesn't track all of your movements like if you do that or something like that. It doesn't track all of the movements of your head and body and stuff, which limits the immersive effect, which is a bit of a bummer. I think the latest Oculus Quest is the standalone thing, isn't it? And they're kind of impressive. But I don't know. Would I go for that? I'm going to go for a hypothetical system. I'm going to say a PlayStation 5 with a PlayStation VR 2, because if it's not a thing, it will be. And I know PlayStation 5 is going to be a powerhouse. I expect PSVR 2 to have all the different modes of tracking and stuff, levels of, there's a word for it and I don't remember what it is. Yeah, so I want that. I don't know what the games at the time will be, but I prefer consoles to computers for everything, gaming wise. So I would rather go for something PlayStation based, and why not go for a 5, since the 4 is long in the tooth and was even when it was released, where the 5 is meant to be awesome. I imagine they would update the headset, surely. Games wise, I can think of 2 right off the top of my head. Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto, are they going to do 6, please? Would like it if it's as good as or better than 5. Gimme. Skyrim, totally Skyrim, or whatever the next Elder Scrolls will be if it's better than Skyrim, and that will be hard because Skyrim is head and shoulders above the previous Elder Scrolls games like Morrowind and Oblivion. I played Oblivion quite a lot. I never managed to get into Morrowind. Yeah. And I know, you know, there is Elder Scrolls VR already, and I keep not getting a PSVR, partly because money. I've got other priorities at the moment. I mean, I sort of, a couple of times I've thought about buying it with Patreon money, but while that would be great for me, it wouldn't really be great for you. And I actually do think about trying to provide value for money. It's like my Patreon supporters are giving me this money, and the deal is, you know, I buy stuff that I can provide content with. So to get a PSVR, well, you wouldn't be getting the VR effect. What are you going to see? Me with a headset on going, "Ooh, look at that," and maybe you'll have some, you know, camera pointing at the screen or whatever, but it doesn't seem like it would be good value for money. And there is also the issue of space. There's not a lot of space in here. I could play games where you just sit down. I've actually got a little bit more room in here now. I did some rearranging, realised there were some things that I had out, and I won't say on display, ready for use. I had my Pandora's box out with a monitor sitting just to my left here. So, you know, I could just walk up, turn it on, play it. But I never did. The idea was it was cool for two-player, but it just never really got used. So I've put that back. It's back in the box and it's sitting up there, and the things that it was sitting on are now stashed under the bed, and it's freed up quite a bit of space, because I mean it was effectively an arcade cabinet sitting, well, in the room, taking up quite a bit of floor space. So that's freed some room. I've moved some boxes over there and put on some very makeshift shelf thing up there. More space, more room. Room for VR? Barely. Just maybe. Yeah, but you know, while I keep thinking about it, I keep not getting one. I tell you what, I do think Oculus and all of these other companies, but particularly Oculus, with the Quest, are missing a trick. I know it's a really good piece of kit, but what I also know is the processor and the battery are in the headset. And this, to me, is a mistake. I mean, it is based on like phone technology, isn't it? But that adds weight. That adds weight to the headset, and it's at the front of the headset, and it's all going to pull down and put pressure on your face and make it uncomfortable and everything. Whatever kind of strap or bracket system you've got holding it to your head, you want as little weight as possible, and they're making a mistake. I know the idea is you don't have the cables attaching you to a PC, which stops you walking around. You know, you take a couple of steps and whoops, it's tugging on your head and ripping it off your face or whatever. The solution is really bloody simple. Take the PC with you. Don't put it in the headset. Put it on your belt. You can have a wire running from the headset to the belt. All that's in your headset are the gyros and the screens and the lenses. And if they're really forward thinking, 2 cameras right slap bang in front of where your eyes would be. Augmented reality. Incorporate that into the headset. If you've got that with your PC clipped to your belt, you can walk around your room and see where you're going. Now you won't get the motion you get where you move your eyes around, and I suppose it depends how wide angle the actual lenses are on the cameras, but you can have you can literally walk around your room. You know, press a button on your controller, and all of a sudden your game is translucent or gone, and you can see what's in your room. You can walk around. You can pick up your phone and answer your phone or answer the door without taking your headset off. More than that, if they I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. If they were to like make the things smaller and visually less dumb looking, like was it Panasonic? Someone has come up with a VR headset that is basically a big clunky looking pair of glasses. Bit of work on something like that, and you could go out in public. And the potential for augmented reality on a thing like that, you know, head-up display, looking around the real world with descriptions of the buildings you're walking past, directions like sat-nav in your vision as you walk down the road or drive or whatever. The possibilities are mind-boggling. That's what I'd want. There's someone standing right outside my door talking. Yeah. So that third game though, because I've said 2 games, what would be my third game if it's PlayStation based? Probably Gran Turismo. Probably. But maybe Drive Club, because that's VR capable as well. And do you know what? It's actually, I think, more fun. Possibly prettier. I still play Gran Turismo and I don't play Drive Club. But I think if I was going to play VR, I would probably rather play Drive Club. It's not as big, it's not as serious or whatever, but I think in the short term it's more fun. And it's probably the one I'd go for. Okay, I think that answers all of that. That there behind me, in case you haven't seen, because it's probably telling you, is Virus by David. Do you pronounce it Brabham or Braben? Not sure. I've heard it said both ways. I've always said Brabham, but I'm not sure that that's right. Anyway, classic game. I think they used the engine from that to produce Z-Wolf. Might be wrong, but anyway, it's on the Amiga. It's being emulated on a Raspberry Pi. Classic game, really cool. If you've got any questions you'd like answering in a video like this, leave your question in the comments below. Begin with 4 Q&A, so I know not to just answer in the comments. And stick around now while Isambard says a load of stuff, and there'll be some links on somewhere on this here screen so you can watch more videos. Thank you.
So, is he starting some kind of cookery show? It says something here about having pastry on. Pies? I like pies.